One of these days, I will remember every step, every time. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's 9 p.m., and we are allowed to investigate the Atlas office. Interesting. These fragile boxes weren't here before. There's our flashlight. That's our light source to go check in the back room. So we're back continuing our investigation. I actually wanted to see if Ryan Rand was in here. And we can try the door to the right. Now that it's 9 p.m., their meeting must no longer be going on. But there's nothing to investigate here. You would think that I would try and look for a supply closet of some kind that they had the rituals in. Hi, Kiri. Welcome back. Or welcome to the stream. Hi. I guess you are here, Ryan. Please? Excellent. Let's start with the auto-hypnosis session.
Can you
tell me a little bit more about what you do here?
What would you like to know?
Do you use it on the course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
Is it because you selected them to be so?
We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
Of course, because it's causing so much controversy.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
Not as good as drugging people with herbal tea, I'd imagine. Okay, what about your guitar collection?
I didn't
you are an
realize
avid
you were a musician.
Oh, well, I'm not really a musician. I mean, I dabble a little bit. To be quite honest with you,
you dabble in
I'm far more
alcohol?
interested
Also,
in
why are you having
guitars.
alcohol?
You're not
Wait,
in a band.
that must not be alcohol. It looks like.
I did audition. I did audition a few years ago. Well, I say a few years ago.
I thought it wasn't
about
allowed
20
on the
years
course.
ago. Doesn't time fly?
What band was that?
Oh,
say it.
Something Stone.
Say it.
Aren't they all called something Stone? Hammerstone. That's it.
Lion sack
And
shit.
you still collect?
I haven't bought a guitar for over a year. I feel I've moved on.
Okay, well, we clearly see that he hasn't. Once auditioned for a band. Curiosity begs the question, was that mentioned anywhere else? No, it doesn't seem that way. Okay, interesting. Because it had to have been Blackstone, right? I mean, literally, that's the only band that's been brought up so far. Okay, what about the costume bag?
What this is?
Supposedly, you use this place all the time.
Is it a bag, Inspector?
The shop.
Oh, yes, the costume shop. Yes, we used to hire from them.
For the course.
Well, yes. For the course, at the end of each stage, we have a little party.
With
we
masks
ask
and the
students to
triple
dress
goddess
up
symbol
and
on them?
Try acting out being somebody new, their new selves, as it were.
Could you explain a bit more? New selves?
One of the main elements of the course is learning how to act, how to be whoever you need to be in any given situation. I think you'll agree, Inspector, that business is about being the right person in the right situation.
I mean, to be fair, that's actually a really good point and kind of a very handy skill.
It helps them
so
to
he's not exactly
detach
wrong there.
themselves, become somebody new, pretend.
That's a little far.
That kind of thing is surprising what a little bit of cross-dressing can do for you, Inspector. You should try it.
Not at this stage.
Okay, weird. What about this stunt that your dad pulled back at Third Eye?
Money-stealing stunt.
Oh, well, yes, that was something that Dan decided to do as part of the shock aspect of the course.
But he went too far, you believe.
He usually does.
And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death?
No. Liam wasn't
No,
like
it
that
was
at all.
about
I mean, that was
insulting
just a
his
simple,
birthmark, obviously.
Unfortunate coincidence. I mean, Liam had his own problems, but he didn't.
I have
have
actually
any
worn a dress
problems with
before, and
the
it is
money
quite free,
shock stunt.
Dan, so that's a thing. Interesting. So you say it's not related to a suicide, even though it happened on that night. That your dad goes too far on a lot of things, and that was for the shock aspect of the course. Okay.
What do you know about Emma Bowman criticizing Liam before his suicide?
I was there. I witnessed it.
You gave her permission to do it.
Well, I know Emma blamed herself for his death.
Did she?
Well, she was upset and all of that, but I wouldn't blame her,
I don't think,
Inspector.
I don't think she actually, you know, hung him or
You
anything.
don't think?
Liam was a very confident person, very outgoing, very strong individual.
Very
or
drunk.
so it seemed. I think people are free
Apparently.
to do what they like. Even something as irreversible as bumping themselves off. Sad though that is, of course.
What the hell? So, okay. Also...
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Yeah, we probably will, because now we've gotten a whole bunch of answers out of him, and now we're gonna go to his wife's pub and investigate what the hell is behind there, because I have been curious about that for fucking a week. Into the outbuilding. And torch. Perfect. Weird pots and pans and a sink. A letter written to car something? Oh.
Well, and there's the mask symbol again.
Ah.
Looks like someone's been trying to make a point.
I'll bet that was vandalism done to one of their cars by, I'm gonna guess James. He seems like the troublemaker around town. I'm actually gonna go ask James about that. I think that sounds like a good thing to do. Hi, James. You just happened to vandalize a very nice car, did you?
Know anything about these? Nope.
Huh. Okay,
That's
fine.
it for the time being. Thank you.
Well, I mean, he was my first guess. You know, look, he seems like the most likely candidate. What about you, Rand the Elder?
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Do you know anything about
Do you know what these are?
Yes, that's Ryan's car.
Oh, of course it is. It looks a little too
Another
flashy to be
toy
yours.
he managed to ruin.
Okay.
It was vandalized sometime last year.
You know who did
Sometime
it?
last year, you say?
I don't believe anybody was ever prosecuted for it.
No, but someone was killed over it. Okay, so we'll have to go ask Ryan about that here
Do
in
you
just a
think
moment.
Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
I doubt it, Hal.
Did you encourage Emma to criticize him?
I didn't encourage Emma to do anything. I merely told her what we tell every student to do, to express themselves as they want to.
Uh-huh.
It would be out of order to criticize them after that, wouldn't it?
Sure.
However,
Especially
I
if you
didn't
happen to
expect
be pushing people to do things they
to
don't.
criticize his
I hate every smarmy thing he
birthmark,
says.
if that's what it was. That's a decision she took herself.
So you didn't know her well?
No, not at all.
Ah! Okay, that's got to be a thing that we can point out somewhere. Because I don't think that that is the case. I think he knew perfectly well that his son is having an affair with her. Interesting. What about this? Because we know that necklace belonged to Emma. Aha!
You say you didn't know Emma, yet you bought her a freedom necklace.
I don't remember saying anything about buying Emma a necklace.
No,
So
but we know
you
that the necklace
didn't buy her
was
one.
hers.
So you did buy her one. So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Stop making such a big thing about this, Inspector. Look, I've been around a few years. The clock is ticking. And I admit I have an embarrassing weakness.
For younger
attractive
ladies.
women.
Uh-huh.
It was a stupid mistake.
So, okay, I guess it was
but
Paul
that's
Rand and not Ryan
all it
Rand.
was.
So you're saying You tried it on with her.
No, I didn't try it on. I bought her a necklace. I'm not aware that there's a law against buying presents unless, of course, the Third Reich has been elected while I was at a bridge party.
Blah, blah,
Emma
blah, blah,
was old
blah.
enough to make decisions for herself.
And you
as a
don't
matter of
discourage
fact,
people
she
from doing
decided
such
that
a thing.
She didn't want to be bothered with an old fool like me, so nothing happened, no mistakes, nobody got hurt. All right.
Like father, like son. No surprises there. I wonder how many students Paul has tried it on with.
Once tried to date Emma. Didn't expect Leah. Okay. Interesting. So now we know a little bit more about his relationship with Emma. But does that let us point anything else out? About like a past relationship with Kate, maybe? Well, we can't really make that connection yet. I don't think we have any evidence to say so. We already talked to Ryan, but we didn't talk to Ryan about these pictures of his car that got vandalized. But I'm curious as to how they ended up in the pub, so I'm wondering if we shouldn't go talk to the wife first, since we're, you know, so near it. Let's do that. Why not?
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Have you ever seen these?
And why were they stored in your
Ryan's
back
car,
room?
It got vandalised last year. His camera had been stolen, so I took pictures. But whoever did it made a mess, didn't they?
But nobody was prosecuted for it.
Not that I remember. The insurance paid out, though.
Of course it did. Ryan's camera had been stolen, so she used her own. Insurance paid out. Rebecca took the photos because Ryan. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Well, I
Probably
mean, that
back
kind of
later.
didn't tell us any more information than we already knew. So, still nothing in here. Nope. I guess Simon and excuse me, Simon and Emma. It is. Still nothing at the fucking village hall. What if that's just a red herring like the other end of the street and there's just never going to be anything there?
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
What do you know
Do
about
you
vandalism
know anything
to Ryan Rand's car?
About these?
Nope. Sorry.
Okay,
That's all
what
for
about
the
your
moment.
boyfriend?
Have you seen these before?
Also, I don't think I've asked him about the criticism of
No, don't know the car.
Liam. Okay. Oh, that's right. I promised not to tell Simon that. I forgot about that. Huh. So, I wonder then if the hiring of the costume shop that Simon did was probably related to the hiring of the costume shop that they did at Atlas and that Ryan told us about. But then he said, God, we're starting to get enough information to be able to piece
later on,
things
if that's
together,
okay.
but not enough information to be able to tell the game what we know. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Let's go strolling through the woods again, just to make sure that nothing's fucking there. No surprise jump outs or anything. Anything over at the jetty? Nope. And the clearing? Nope. All right. Anything in the kitchen? Just out of curiosity? Maybe like a sandwich or something? I'm sure Jenks is getting hungry by now. No? All right. Which means we'll go into the atrium here and talk to Ryan again. Ask how your car got vandalized.
Do you know what these are?
Oh, yes, that's my old car.
A little bit flashy for you.
It was vandalized. I took those for the insurance company. Where did you find those?
At the pub. You know who did this?
Yes. A girl called Lisa Blint. She was on the course. Very strange girl.
That's a new name.
Why did she write the words devil worshippers all over your car?
Probably because they were a bunch of devil
She was a very
worshippers.
strange girl. She had a lot of psychological problems. I'm not entirely sure, Inspector. I mean, she took a dislike to the course for some particular reason. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And she asked
I'm pretty
for a
sure
refund. I
that we
declined,
could if we just reached out about
to spray her
10 feet.
disapproval all over my car.
Odd thing to spray, isn't it, though? Devil worshippers?
Well, she was a very odd girl, Inspector. Maybe she thought it was a way of getting back at us. I have no idea.
Did Rebecca know about it?
Well, yes, she did, but I wasn't about to unleash Rebecca on her.
Yeah, I'd imagine
she can be
that'd probably
quite
be a bad
fierce
idea.
sometimes, you know. And I mean, the girl wasn't vindictive. She had psychological problems.
As
She
with
lives in
most
village,
of the
actually.
people who have died around here.
The run-down house at the end of the lane. Can't miss it.
Really? Right. Thank you.
Really? So is that a new person for me to go talk to? Question. Oh. I haven't asked
So
him
tell
about
me
this
more
yet.
about this
Really?
doll burning.
It's a symbolic ceremony we perform every few weeks on the course.
Okay.
What's it about?
It's about burning your old personality and finding a new one. A better one.
Right.
So the
You
dolls
know, we
are
get the same
you.
with the mask
They
scenario
represent
where you get to
from the
hide your
past.
true
Each
self by
doll
putting on
has
the
a picture
mask.
of the student as a child or a teenager. And they burn the doll and symbolically destroy their old personality. It's quite simple but effective, I find.
Of
And
course
why
you
did
do.
that girl shout?
Because it's an emotional thing. She quite clearly become very attached to her doll. They do spend the first month with them. We tell them to take the doll everywhere with them before they actually go through the doll burning.
And you believe that's a good thing? Destroying your past?
Of course it's a good thing, Inspector. We're
So
all shackled to our past, particularly you.
clearly
by
the
sound of it.
girl
Perhaps-
screaming
Perhaps
is going
we
to
should
come
make
up
a doll
in
of
some
you,
way
Inspector,
later
and
on.
burn that. What do you think?
No, thank you.
You're probably right. I'm not sure it would do any good anyway.
Isn't he just fucking full of quips? Wouldn't know why they called him devil worshippers. But no? Okay. Fine.
Okay, that's it for now.
I guess we'll
Thank
go
you.
see this new young lady. Hi, Queen. Welcome. Glad you can make it. Anything in the reading room, out of curiosity? No. Okay. Then I guess it's got to be here, right?
Could that be where
Yes.
Lisa lives? Run-down house at the end of the lane. That's what Ryan said, wasn't it?
That's exactly what Ryan said. So let's find out who this Lisa person is. Deep breath.
Is it Lisa?
Hi.
Yes.
Inspector
Your friendly
Jenks.
neighborhood
I'm
detective.
investigating an
Just
incident
checking
in the
around.
village. I wonder if I could ask you a few questions.
What sort of incident?
I'd
Couple
rather
of
come in and discuss it if that's all right with
murders.
you. I promise I won't take long. Thank you.
Huh.
I'll just go in here, yes?
I have to go out in a minute.
No, don't you worry.
look, I can come back later.
I might not be here. What did you want to ask?
I just wanted to ask you.
Clearly, she's
did
a
you know
flight
Kate
risk.
Vine?
No.
And also a bad
What?
liar.
Well, I heard that you're familiar with Atlas, the life skills training company.
What do you want to know about Atlas?
A lot of things,
Well.
dear.
I heard you reacted badly to it.
Of course, I reacted badly. So would anyone.
Not quite anyone.
Why
We've
do you
actually
say
seen a
that?
couple of people who've taken to
Because
it
they're
quite
devil worshippers.
honestly.
Devil worshippers.
They're making demons appear.
That you're not the second person who has
Tricking
told us that.
everybody. They're getting people to join up, then they're putting demons inside them. You can see them.
What? Wait.
Where could you see
What?
In the mirrors.
At Atlas?
Any mirror. You can't get rid of them.
Like the scrying mirror that we're carrying in our
Stay
pocket.
inside
You're
you.
saying we have a demon mirror in our pocket. Great.
How did you get rid of them?
I didn't.
What the fuck?
I just don't look. I put all the lights on. I make sure it's all bright. I put them on when I need to look in the mirror.
Okay.
If I make sure everything is bright, I just see myself without seeing the other person.
Who is the other person?
That
She's
face.
like me, but older.
Okay.
It's like her eyes sink in. She's all wrinkled, with a wrinkled mouth. Like she's dying. And then I realize I'm her. I'm not me anymore.
Whoa.
I'm her.
The haunted house. She's gotta
I'm
go.
sorry.
She's
I
gotta
have to go
go.
now.
You gotta get out of here. We gotta burn this place in the motherfucking ground.
I'm sorry.
That was fucking weird. Huh. Okay, Lisa's accusation, claiming that Atlas are a bunch of devil worshippers. What the fuck? That is the second door to move on its own. You're totally
Ask
right.
you a couple more things, please.
What do you know about
Do you
this
know
whole
anyone
devil
who is
worshipper
interested
situation?
in or
I feel
involved
like
with
you
devil
made a
worship?
couple of accusations about
You
that
met Lisa?
area.
Which Lisa are you talking about?
Mad Lisa lives on her own, doesn't like mirrors.
Yeah.
So
I've
even
met
you
her.
consider
You
her
think she's
crazy.
mad?
You can't look at yourself in the mirror without seeing ghosts. You've got problems, don't you think?
How do you know her?
She came to the farm for some eggs a couple of times. Got talking to her once, that's all.
Uh-huh,
And
sure.
what did she tell you?
Eggs.
Nothing much. Except she thought the devil was after her.
What did you tell her?
Well, you think the
Although
government's
the
after
devil
you.
needs
Is
a
that
good
really
reason
so
to be
much
after
different?
you. She was just like most people, really, blind to herself. Except she was more extreme. That's all madness is. Being blind to yourself.
You keep staring into the fire like that. I agree, Mouse. There's some... I don't know. There's something not right with him at all.
Thank you. Probably
Okay.
be back later.
So... I guess we could go talk to Rebecca, but I don't know that she's gonna have anything really all that important to say. Let's try Paul
Just a few
first.
more questions, if you don't mind.
Do you
What
know
about this whole
anything
devil
about
worshipping
devil
business?
worship, Paul?
I beg your pardon.
Devil worship? Satanism?
Am I missing something here?
Yeah, you've been accused of
heard
worshipping
Atlas had
devils and it
elements
got
of
painted on a
Satanism
fucking
on the
car.
force.
Come on.
You are misinformed. We're a training company. We're not devil worshippers. What kind of a question is that?
So you've no interest in the occult?
No, Inspector, I have no interest in the occult any more than I have interest in pole vaulting, cheese making, or snake charming. Anything else you want to know that I'm not interested in?
That's fine.
Telling the truth. You're not interested in telling the truth. You know, I don't know. Because I feel like if the cult was his whole deal, then he had to have been in on the whole devil worshipping thing. So there's got to be a way for me to prove his interest in the occult. Interesting.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Exactly. I assume we'll come back to that at some later point. All right. So I guess that means we're on to the pub. Anything, Rebecca, darling?
Ask about a few more things,
Need
please.
you to tell me about this whole devil worshipping
Have
nonsense.
you ever come across anyone interested in or involved with the occult?
As in black magic? No, why?
Atlas don't use occult techniques or anything like that?
Atlas? Not unless Ryan's got a secret he's not telling me about.
I mean, that he totally
he's been
does.
talking.
Oh,
Just a
who's
line of
been-
inquiry. Okay, thanks.
Except we know that's not true because, well, God, maybe she just doesn't know about Ryan's, early interest in black magic and all that nonsense. Also, now that makes me very curious about the intonation behind Black Stone, because that is a word that's showing up more and more often. Interesting. Interesting. So you don't think that this whole doll burning situation isn't the occult? No? Okay, I guess not. Okay. Fine. I guess that
That's all
checks
for
out
the
well
moment.
enough.
Thank you.
Let's go. I'm still very disappointed that there's nothing at the village hall. I'm gonna keep checking there every time. And I'm gonna keep being disappointed. I know I am. No, Ryan said that he studied it when he was younger, but he's
Couple
no
more
longer
questions, if that's
interested.
okay.
Which does make Rebecca's statement
Have you
about
ever heard
not
about
knowing
there
anybody
being
interested in
devil
it
worship
a
at
contradiction,
Atlas?
but then again, she could just not
No.
know.
Definitely not. Who said that?
It's just something I heard. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Wait. But then... You just know that James was selling these mirrors, not that they were being used at the course. Okay. I guess that checks out just
Be
fine.
back
What about
later on,
Simon?
if that's okay.
Simon, do you have anything to say
What do you
about
know
these
about devil
accusations?
worship?
Devil worship? Where?
At Atlas.
Or
Devil
Third
worship at
Eye?
Atlas? No, there's none of
Anything? Okay. Son of a bitch.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Alright, so now I guess let's do our usual romp through the woods here. Nothing there. Anything here? Nothing here. Anything here? Nothing here. Oh, wrong button. There we go. And back to Atlas. So, Ryan, what do you have to say about these devil-worshipping
Few more
accusations?
questions, please.
Has devil worship ever been part of the course, Ryan?
Am I correct in assuming that you have spoken to Lisa Blint?
Yes, you
would be.
just told me
She's
to,
been
Christ.
telling me all about the Atlas obsession with Satanism, Ryan.
Then if you've met Lisa Blint, then you will have worked out for yourself that she has a very vivid imagination.
And she also has
psychological problems.
a haunted
Diagnosed
door.
Psychological problems, as a matter of fact.
So where did she get the idea that you lot were devil worshippers?
The
I
masks,
really have
maybe?
no
The scrying
idea. The
mirrors?
girl is insane.
The fact
She's
that you used to
frightened
study
of her own
Satanism?
shadow, bless her. She actually thinks that demons are possessing her even now. You really can't trust a word she says.
So, you are saying there has never been any devil worship at Atlas?
I don't even know what devil worship is, Inspector. It's not something I particularly know anything about. I certainly don't recall anyone ever having worshipped the devil at Atlas. We even tried to help the poor girl by paying for some treatment, but she didn't want it.
Really?
It's not easy to offer someone help when they think that you're the problem.
That's a very good point. Huh. Doesn't know anything about devil worship. And yet...
Aha. So, you used to read a lot about voodoo and satanic rituals, but you don't know anything about devil worship?
Well, obviously. I just meant we don't worship the devil. We're not devil worshippers here at Atlas, Inspector. Ridiculous.
But the point
Well,
is,
what do you-
Ryan,
I mean,
that
like,
you
come
claim
on,
not to
man.
know anything about it, but admitted you were obsessed with it when you were younger. Are you sure none of that made its way onto the Atlas course? And that Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything within that course?
Like,
Lisa
even if
isn't
it's a
basing her
misunderstanding, I
beliefs
just
on
need you
anything
to be
other than
honest
her
with
own
me. Come on
imagination,
now.
Inspector. Look, we do use some techniques that some students find difficult, disturbing.
Like burning an effigy of
Encourage
yourself.
them to see things differently, that's all. And some people simply aren't up to that. Some people, like Lisa...
Some people like Liam and Kate, which
that's
you
why we
killed.
introduced the aptitude test.
What's the aptitude test?
The what?
This. We ask students to fill in an aptitude test. Medical history, psychological issues, that kind of thing. Any medication that they have used in the past, any medication that they currently are using. Here, take a look.
I would actually like to just
Basically,
take this
it's
thing.
just to try and make sure that we don't get another Lisa.
Has it worked?
Well, touch wood so far, yes.
Can I keep a copy of this?
Okay, so now that we've got that,
I wonder how much importance they actually give to this test. And what are they doing that's so disturbing anyway?
Atlas do some disturbing techniques. But that's right, he did say that they don't hurt anyone at Atlas or anything like that. No? Maybe there's another comment that might have stemmed off of. Never used ECT machines. That's a specific machine. Okay. So
That's it
now
for
that
the
I
time
have
being,
this
thank you.
aptitude test, I guess I should ask everyone about it. Maybe see if that leads to some new evidence. Then let's start with Simon. Simon probably would have taken this test, right? If he was part of Atlas, Simon and Kate would have taken this test.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
And maybe on that first day when
Did you
Emma
test
went in with
before you
Simon.
started at Atlas?
Oh yeah. It was all just questions about if I had any illnesses or mental health problems or stuff like that, you know.
So it's
But
kind
they
of a
didn't
breeze for
actually
you,
ask for any
Golden
proof,
Boy.
So you could have lied through your teeth on that one. Don't think they actually checked.
Really? Did you lie, by chance? Form was a simple health check, would be easy to lie on the form. Huh. Okay, that's interesting to know.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
What about you, Emma? Oh, no. That's the one.
Have you seen one of these before?
No, not this one exactly, but we had to fill something
Aha,
somewhere in on the
she
first night.
did.
of Atlas.
She did have to take
One
the
of those
test.
aptitude tests? No, fitness and stuff like that.
Wait, yours was fitness? But, okay. So now we're getting conflicting information about
That's all
this
for the moment.
test.
Thank you.
And exactly what it measures. I'm probably going to end up coming back to that here in just a minute. But I'm curious as to what everybody else thinks about this test.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Do you know anything about this?
Here's the thing that I'm
It's the
thinking.
aptitude test, isn't it, for Atlas?
Oh, that's a really good point, Harwood.
Do you know
but I'm thinking that there
why
might be
it was
different
introduced?
tests for
I
different
think they
people
had
who
some
might be
trouble with some
candidates for
unsuitable students.
self-hypnosis and all that.
And I suppose you have to be careful who you work with.
God, what a snooty fucking bitch.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
What about you, Paul Ryan?
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Can you tell me a bit about this, please? It's the Atlas aptitude test.
What do you want to know?
Everything.
What does it test exactly?
It's a test we introduced to make sure that any students didn't have any major personality problems, skeletons in the cupboard, so to speak. We introduced it because we had a little bit of a problem with one of the students.
Which one?
Lisa.
Right. Okay, that would be the one.
You are well informed.
And what do you think it was that disturbed her?
The devil
I believe
worship.
that the course proved to be too demanding for her. We discovered that she had one or two psychological problems and she couldn't handle it.
And did you change anything else on the course apart from introducing the test?
We increased the entrance age to 21. Well, wasn't much, but it's about the only thing we could do.
I bet that was very disappointing for
We
you,
didn't
Paul
want
Ryan.
Lisa. We didn't want students turning around and suing us, did we?
Curious. No, I guess that wouldn't be anything. Okay.
That's it for now. Thank you.
So I guess our only other candidate would be James, right? Because Lisa kind of fucking split. Yeah, it's true. You would have to check age somehow. So I wonder if there's the license thing. But I doubt he would be the one actually, you know, like the bouncer at the door checking licenses, wouldn't you?
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Okay, because he doesn't know anything about it. Son of a bitch. What does our current tip say? You should call the chief for an update. Son of a bitch. Fine. Let's call the chief. Hi, chief. We kind of hit a bit of an impasse. Can you help us out? Man. Like, I love all this interaction with the chief. It makes me really think that sometimes they do want you to just go check in with them.
Very strange. There were several students sitting around a fire taking it in turns to burn handmade woolen dolls.
You're hoping I'm going to say tell me more, aren't you? I'm changing my mind.
Ryan had an explanation for it, as did Simon. He claimed it was all about burning your past or something. Actually, Simon told me something interesting. He said they also use auto-hypnosis on the course.
Oh, what's that?
Self-hypnosis. Hypnotizing yourself. Apparently, that may have been what disturbed Lisa so much.
Is it dangerous?
Well, not in theory. Nobody I've spoken to seems to think so.
Well, if it disturbs Lisa so much, then it can't be all that safe, can it?
I suppose it depends on your psychological state to begin with, but I'll look
into
it.
Okay, keep it up, Jenks.
Always do, Chief. Always do.
The chief makes a good point.
Bye-bye.
I guess I should ask about Lisa's psychological state and the use of the auto-hypnosis on her. So let's go back to Atlas and go to Ryan. See what he says.
A few more questions, please. Thank
Hi.
you.
Huh. But then that doesn't make any sense. Oh my god. Offered her private treatment. Incident prompted them to introduce an attribute test. Disturbing techniques. Like this auto-hypnosis. I don't... Maybe it's somebody else who... Wait. No, I guess that wouldn't be a, you know, what would be... Okay, students aren't coerced or bribed. But then what would be the matching statement? I mean, we tried this one and that's not it. See, I'm thinking it's more of this. Doesn't know why he wrote the devil worshippers on the car, and then she's actually, you know, freaking nuts. Yes, he did say that, but unfortunately we don't really have access to his statement here, so I kind of have to match a little bit more along the lines of what Ryan Rand actually said. Let's see the... You know... If Ryan was the person who gave us this...
Thank you. Probably
just
back later.
From a game perspective, he... Probably... So far, the pattern has been that the person who gives you the piece of evidence isn't the person who's going to be the next contradiction after you've already pinned them down for one. So I'm gonna go back to Paul Ryan because you know, he just hides way too much shit.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Let's see if I can get a little bit more information about this. Lisa was disturbed by the techniques on the course. But there's no truth in the accusations of devil worship. Okay.
Aha.
So
you know what? Who was it that said that?
Affected by auto-hypnosis.
Zatala? Excellent job.
Hypnosis
Paul
wasn't
said
a
it was
problem,
impossible to
Inspector.
be hurt,
Lisa
and she
was the
went
problem
nuts.
with Lisa. That's why we introduced the test.
But the hypnosis was the trigger, wasn't it?
Lisa arrived on the course believing we were all devil worshippers.
Did she? Well, then why
was
did she come and join
nuts
the course
to
in the first
start with.
place?
We didn't make her like that.
I don't think that that is true
You've had
at
one
all.
student accuse you of devil worship and 2 others commit suicide. Some of your students aren't having a very good time on this course, are they?
Nonsense. Kate was enjoying every minute of it. She couldn't get enough of it.
Really?
She was full of the joys of life. Bubbly, confident, flirty.
Uh-huh.
You mean with whom?
No, I don't. I mean the person with whom she is flirting.
Including me, as I remember.
Uh-huh.
Really? And, did you respond?
I don't get into relationships with students, Inspector. Company policy. It's not professional.
No, you're right. It's really not. Okay.
Interesting admission that Kate flirted with him. There's no way Paul would have turned down an opportunity like that.
So... if he only met Kate a few times, where was the part about flirting with him? Was it... There we go. Oh, come on! Oh, come on! You know that that's... Really? But I thought he was talking about Lisa there. Right? Or not Lisa. Kate. Yeah, see? Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. My apologies.
Aha. So you avoid relationships with students, except for Emma, who you tried to date.
Oh, come on, Inspector. That was a long time ago.
And what about Kate Vine? Did you try to date her or not?
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, Inspector. Kate was an exceptionally clever girl. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she knew how to get it.
But you also said she was sloppy and drunk and...
It wouldn't surprise me if she was playing everyone in the group. Kate had more enemies than you'd think.
So maybe Kate was actually doing some double digging as well. Oh, 10 p.m. Holy shit, we're at 10 p.m.
10 o'clock, it's getting late.
Wow, we're actually at 10 p.m. too.
That's
pretty great. 10 p.m. at 10 p.m. Huh. How the hell about that? Okay, shit. You know what? We're gonna press on through a little bit longer. We're just gonna go for a little bit longer because really, like 10:30 is where I should take a break, even though this is actually another break point. So let's see if we can press on to 11 p.m. before 11 p.m. So our newest piece of information tells us about the flirting and the relationships that were going on. So maybe the devil worship isn't quite the whole story. That this is a little bit more personal written all over it. In which case, I guess we should go talk to Emma, right? Right, Tips? Wonder who's in the pub. Wonder what that's supposed to mean. I think that means save your damn game, Tim. I think that's what that means because we haven't saved it this whole night. So let me go ahead and save it. And... wonder who's in the pub.
Tell him about Simon.
I really don't think it's my place, darling.
Oh, Ryan's in the pub with his wife. Tell him about Simon.
I just don't want to tell tales.
Tell him about Simon.
Tell who about what, Simon? Hi. Oh my God, did she just slap him?
So it's going to be that kind of evening, is it?
Usually play cards, right?
Only if you deal.
Problems?
No.
Hello, Inspector.
Pretty sure that they're all right.
See you later.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
First question. What the fuck was that? What did we just see? And also, I don't think I have anything new to ask you about. So why am I here talking to you?
Moment. Thank you.
Aha! She opened up the tea cupboard down there. And we have this package of medicine. Oromorph liquid, 10 milligrams to Rebecca Rand. Interesting. Why are you gonna close the thing back? That's how they're gonna know that you saw it. Oh, whatever. What a terrible inspector. Okay.
Ask about a few more things, please.
So, like, my question is, do I go ahead and ask her about these prescriptions that she has?
The cupboard downstairs, there's a lot of unopened stuff in it.
Is there?
Prescriptions. Made out to you.
Oh, they're just spare painkillers. The chemist always gives us too many. He's a friend of the family.
Of course he does. Somehow, some of that painkiller ended up in Kate's bloodstream. And that's a fact that somebody knows around here. And I'm gonna find out who.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
But here's the thing. If Rebecca gets the painkillers and distributes them, that doesn't mean that, well, she was the one who gave it to Kate. It could have been anybody. She doesn't. I'm... Simon, you dropped something. Also, that's a good point, Zatala. I'm gonna go back and find that out in a minute. But also, Simon, you dropped something.
Bit careless, Simon. Probably nothing important, but at this stage, I need all the clues I can get.
You dropped 2 somethings? Wow. He's terrible. Okay, so that's 2 new pieces of evidence. Key ring dropped by Simon. Saint Bernard, Dementhon, and Aztec. With the numbers 1905 written on the back. Remember that, chat. I'm gonna need you to remember that, chat, because I'm sure that's gonna come back up, and I don't know if... Well, I'll remember by that point. So yeah, let's go back to Rebecca and ask her about that drugs things, because that's a very important point. Although I am kind of glad that we saw Simon drop his stuff. And so I guess that would have been under the salvia.
Aha.
Nailed it.
So, you don't take any medicines except for prescription painkillers.
Well, they're not actually for me, they're Ryan's. For some reason, the chemist always makes them out to my name.
Really? If he's a family friend, God,
an old gentleman.
You're just the tangled webs we weave, my dear.
Yes, he's got arthritis.
At first we practice to deceive.
He's young to suffer from that, isn't he?
He doesn't have it badly, but he does need medication from time to time.
What medicine is it?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Ryan will know.
Of course, you just gave him some of it. Why on earth would you read
the one
anything
using
about his arthritis?
I think I might have a word with him, work out exactly what this medicine is.
All right.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and ask her about this other shit while we're here. Shit.
A few more questions, please.
About the medallion.
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. How does he have arthritis and play the guitar a whole bunch?
Have you seen this before?
No.
Cool. So you know nothing about those pieces. Excellent. That makes that nice and tidy.
Thank you.
I did break the game for a second there. I accidentally took it off of full screen. The button to take it away from full screen is actually right next to the map button, and sometimes it's very hard to not sausage fingers those. All right, so let's go talk to Simon about these things that he dropped. Hi.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
I'm sure they're getting just so tired of seeing me. How many times have they seen me in the course of this night? I want somebody to go back and figure out how many times I will have seen every person by the time this game is over. Never heard of the IT consultant on the card, but that doesn't necessarily mean she doesn't know the company.
This is Simon's. I bought this for him when we were on holiday. Has he lost it?
He dropped it.
He can't keep anything.
He dropped it right outside the house, dear. It's okay. At least he made it most of the way home with it. Don't get all bent out of shape about it yet. Also, what do you know about your lover's arthritis?
Arthritis? I didn't think Ryan had arthritis.
Okay, so I think she would know.
Probably be back later.
Pretty sure she would know. If those hips started to creak just a little bit, you know what I'm saying.
Ryan? He's got arthritis?
Apparently.
Oh, I didn't know. I hadn't noticed he had any problems.
Bunch of lying sack of liars.
Yeah. That's from my keys. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
Right. Oh, it must have come off when Nathan dropped my keys off. He was borrowing my car.
So you have your car back now?
Yeah, I suppose it is. I am a bit too trusting, really. It's a new car as well.
And you're giving me back your keychain. It's your keychain. Take it back, dude. Why is he giving me back? Okay, what about this other business card that you dropped?
Someone you know.
Oh, this is just from some IT guy I met. I don't need it.
Enough. I noticed some numbers on the back. Do you need these?
I don't know. What is it?
I don't know. It's written on the car.
Oh, yeah. That's just a pin or something. It's okay. I can remember it.
So not an offshore savings account or anything?
Oh,
no, it's
certainly not. Why would you?
It's not important.
It's the lock combination to something. I know it is. So if he owns a new car, let's ask him about this bike situation. Bingo.
So the bike's the only way you can get to work, yes?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the car?
I can't drive the car yet, can I? I don't have my license.
Right.
I got a windfall from an insurance payout. Just figured I'd buy something sensible with it straight away.
So why don't you have a license? Is it because of your homebrew situation?
It was for a laptop. It got stolen down at Atlas.
At Atlas?
Well, they didn't break in. I think they just walked in and took it. The laptop was in a storeroom, but I think the lock was broken, to be honest.
Doesn't sound like they're taking this.
Seems like a lot of things. Yeah, there's some stealing going on everywhere around Atlas.
I'll check it anyway.
Must have been a very nice laptop to be able to buy a car with the insurance. Or a very cheap car. Might have to have a talk with Ryan about his security measures.
Okay, well that gives me something else to discuss with Ryan once I get over there. I think that's our next place, right? We've already spoken to Paul about everything except the arthritis, so we'll come back around to him. Check the path on the right, as we do. Check the lake, as we do. Check the clearing, as we do. And back at Atlas. Alright, is there anything in the atrium other than... Nope, just Ryan's office again. Wait, we can go in the other room. It's 10 p.m. Maybe there's something different.
Questions, if you don't mind.
Yes, we'll talk to him about the laptop theft, actually. That is a good point. We have both the arthritis and the laptop to talk to Rand the Elder about, but we have a couple more things
in the cupboard at the
Rand
pub
the Younger.
You'd better ask Rebecca about that. I'm not exactly sure what's in there. She tends to keep her wares under lock and key. So
right.
No, our wedding night was quite a surprise.
Well, they both just lied to me.
Know anything about this?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. We have our own IT chap. Lovely chap, in fact. Fat and sweaty, though. It's like a double act, doesn't it?
You're just so... So, I mean, like, is he just lying, or is he just an asshole? Like, that's my question.
Have you seen this before?
Because it could be a little bit of both. They like, all three of the Rands kind of have this look down their nose at people aspect. Never seen the key ring. I'm kind of okay with that.
Tell me about your arthritis.
Oh, you found out about that.
Uh-huh.
Well, yes, I'm old before my time.
Well, your wife says that medication is for you, and that's what it's for.
Well, I take a lot from life, Inspector, and sometimes life likes to give you a little bit back. I mean, it's not too bad, it's not too debilitating. It's mainly some in my right hand, some in my left hand. It's not particularly a problem. Makes it difficult to hold small things, though.
What do you take for it?
Like what?
I get a prescription painkiller.
How often do you need that?
Not often, as and when. I keep some here, I keep some at home. It's not a problem.
Right. But see, here's the thing. You said that you take prescription painkillers, and yet these were belonging to Rebecca, yes? Come on now. Ah, that is an excellent point. We have yet another incident of drugs at Atlas. That would have been... Where? Bingo.
Aha.
So,
Because of insurance policy
you don't
reasons.
keep any medicines on site at Atlas.
No.
Except your prescription painkillers.
And the magic mint. But yeah, we'll get to that.
Well, these are not available to the students.
But they are kept on site.
Yes, but they're locked away. They're kept in the storeroom. Nobody would have access.
You're sure
Nobody
about
except
that?
for you and anyone who can break into the lock in that storeroom.
Ah, the painkillers, Ryan?
They're painkillers. Just painkillers. Normal painkillers.
The medicine.
Paracetamol, codeine, morphine.
Well, all right, they're morphine tablets, yes.
Oh, really?
So why would you
Oh,
hide
come
that
on,
if you didn't know that I wasn't
I know what
asking
you're
about
thinking.
that?
There's no way Kate could have had access to them.
Because they're in the storeroom.
Well, not just that. She wouldn't have even known about them. Or where they were.
Why?
Sure about that?
Yes.
Okay, he's very
So
sure.
it is morphine Ryan's taking. The pieces are starting to come together. Now I just have to work out how Kate got hold of it. If it was Ryan's morphine she got hold of course.
Okay. So, yes, we have to ask about the
Were
stolen
you
laptop,
at
and that
Atlas
I
when
assume will bring
Simon's
up
laptop
the
was stolen?
security
I believe I was,
measures.
yes. He was taken from the storeroom in the hallway.
The storeroom
Was
where you
never
keep your
recovered?
fucking
No,
medicine.
we didn't catch anyone. We're quite exposed out here. Somebody could just have wandered along the lanes, seen into the storeroom. It's not particularly secure. They could have been in and out within minutes. That's why we advise people to keep their valuables with them. You can't be too careful these days.
Like your freaking medicine. Okay. Storeroom isn't particularly secure. Keeps the morphine in the secure storeroom at Atlas. Which one is it?
So the storeroom
Which one is it,
isn't
Ryan?
particularly secure, yet you keep your morphine tablets in there. I thought you said no one could get access to the morphine, but they could, quite easily, couldn't they, Ryan?
I didn't mean that storeroom. I meant a different
Oh,
storeroom. I
there's
keep them in
multiple storerooms
Okay.
here at Atlas now.
So where was it locked up?
there. It's upstairs. It's got a combination lock on it. Nobody could have access to it except me and Dad.
What
Nobody.
kind of combination
I might
lock?
have a look at that if you don't mind.
Don't mind at all.
A combination locked room, I see. Well, I might have a look around for that. See how secure and combination locked it really is.
What kind of combination lock? Wait, why can't I interact with the thing? I want to interact with the thing. You son of a bitch. Bingo. You have to use the card in order to access the panel. And you'll notice that the numbers 1905 are actually very well worn on that keypad. Another
Welcome
hint
to
that...
the mirror room.
What
This
the
exercise
fuck?
is all about identifying the difference between the image one presents
This
to the
isn't a
world
storeroom at all.
and one's real self, which lies deep in our unconscious. As you move through the network of mirrors, practice seeing yourself as a stranger. The more you separate from your persona, the more aware you will become of your true desires and ambitions. Chant with us. I am
Did
free
we jump
from
into
my
a fun
image.
house?
I am free from my
image.
past.
I am free
I am
from my
free
past.
from myself.
I am free from my image. I am free from my past.
Who's talking right now?
Free from myself.
It's creeping me out.
Free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself.
Okay, it's just a radio.
This exercise involves the use of liberation marks. You have now completed module 1.
Next
module
track.
2 covers boundary testing, threshold testing, and
Oh, that's
extreme
fucking
testing.
great.
Please read the notes carefully before attempting the module.
What the fuck? The mirror room. Also, is somebody gonna be waiting outside this room for us? Ah! Okay, we're good. I was worried there for a second. No! Damn it. That was not what I meant to do. We're gonna go back downstairs. Yes, indeed. Indeed helpful. That was quite the fun house. Let's go in the room on the right, see if there's anything over there. There never is. I mean, except for the, you know, crazy cult meeting that we interrupted, and then the dickhole and his girlfriend who were in there.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
What the fuck room did you just send me to, jackass?
The mirror room upstairs.
Oh, you found that then?
Yeah.
Well,
was I not supposed to come out of there?
Costumes, Inspector. It's designed to help the students look at themselves differently.
And what do you do with the mirrors?
You look at yourself, Inspector. You look at yourself until you start seeing yourself as others do.
Or until the CD skips to the next track.
As you do anymore. It really, the idea is that you can see yourself eventually any way you wish.
Oh, so why in a locked room?
To make sure you're not distracted, that's all.
How often is it used?
Not often, a few times a month. Some students find it useful, some
You know, in a school that's been running for a couple of years, a few times a month is actually quite often for a very bizarre room like that. Also, yes, that's a good point. Why the fuck did Simon have that number? All written on a card for an IT guy. Oh my god. But then that still doesn't answer this whole storeroom thing. Oh yeah, that would make that the morphine was in the mirror room. I don't... How could we make that connection? Because we still haven't gotten this whole storeroom scenario worked out. What the hell? What the hell?
Be back
okay.
later on if that's
all right,
okay.
all right. We got the information about the mirror room. That's enough for Ryan for now. Let's... What the hell? Anything in the woods? No, of course not. Anything in the body finding area? Yes, we're going back to talk to Simon. That's what we're going to do. But you know me, I have to obsessively check the woods every time we go past it. Alright, we're back at Simon's place.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Yeah. This room that you say that your laptop got
mirror
stolen from,
room at Atlas?
it wasn't what I thought it was.
Well, it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis module. You go in and you stare into the mirror and you go into a trance.
Like the scrying
then
mirrors.
When you're ready, you come back out.
So you just go in whenever you want to?
Oh, no. There's certain times when you're allowed in, and only they know the combinations anyway, so you can't really get in.
You don't know the combination?
No.
Right. Well, here's the problem with that. This number that you wrote on the back, it's actually the combination to that room.
So you didn't know the combination to the locked mirror
Quit lying.
room?
Quit lying.
Except...
Quit lying. That's all I'm saying.
You'd written it down, hadn't you? This is the combination to the mirror room, Simon, that you wrote. It isn't a pin. It's a combination.
Yeah.
So come clean, pretty boy.
This sort of thing makes me suspicious, Simon. What were you doing in there that you didn't want anyone, including me, to find out?
You should know that I'm trying to help.
Of course,
come on.
I just wanted to go in there when I was ready.
On your own? You didn't give the number to anyone else?
No.
Simon, there was morphine kept in that room that might have played a part in Kate Vine's death.
So you know about the morphine,
Did Kate have the number?
Yes, okay. We both went in.
Were you sleeping around with Kate while Emma was sleeping around with Ryan?
Each other. We both tried to morph in.
What do you mean trying to outdo each other?
It's part of the course. To see how far you can push yourself. To see if you could do something you wouldn't normally do.
So she didn't actually have a lot of morphine in her system, though, like in her tox report.
Only that once. I'd never do it again.
How about Kate?
Clearly, she'll never do it again, Jinx. Come on, what kind of insensitive question is that to ask? 11 p.m.? Holy shit!
So that's how Kate got the morphine. But what exactly does this testing involve? Could this have been what killed Kate? 11 o'clock. Just an hour left to solve this thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting fucking close to the end of this investigation. And so we're going to take another short little break here. And when we come back, we're going to finish this fucking thing up. And I'm so excited. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, more Contradiction, the live-action murder mystery game. Don't go anywhere.